What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on Gran Turismo 4 for another car story. This time we're probably reviewing the ugliest car that is going to be making an appearance on this kind of playthrough of car stories, and that is the PT Cruiser from Chrysler. It looks like a lump more and more every time I look back as years go by, but this car has a pretty notable part of my life. So let's talk about after we do the world's probably third weakest launch. Oh yeah, Chrysler, 150 horsepower. Let's go. So yeah, this car is barely a car, I'd say. But regardless, this car has a pretty prominent part in my history as a car fan. So I think this car came out in like 2000 or so, roughly 2000. And so I was 2 at the time, and obviously in my impressionable years, not just as a car fan, but as a person, basically. Don't know where this track goes, by the way. It looks to be pretty straightforward, though. And I happened to see this car, the first time I ever saw this car, I believe, was at the Mall of America. I was there with my mom. My brother had not been born yet, and I was with my mom's parents, my grandparents, and we were at the Mall of America, and this car was, on one of those displays that is around the place where, they have newer cars or giveaway cars or whatever the case may be. This was the car that was there. And I was a car fan, but didn't know anything about cars, obviously. I mean, you're 2. How can you? And I just have been told stories about me just being enamored with this PT Cruiser as whatever the heck it was, and why I was enamored with it, I have no idea. But just loved the car, apparently, and could not stop dragging my grandpa back to go look at it and go sit by it. So that became my entertainment for the couple days that we were in Minnesota at the Mall of America. And yeah, I guess some might say then this was kind of my first car love. I'm very thankful to say that my car taste has only gone up from there. It couldn't have gone much further down, but it's definitely a car, and one of the cars of all time. And honestly, like, it was the first kind of take from an American car manufacturer back in the day, I say back in the day 25 years ago, of like a retroly styled car. I mean, I don't know what it's retro styled towards, but hopefully this wasn't an original new design, because it's absolutely awful. It's hideous, but regardless, it's a car, and again, it's one of those cars where it probably had better intentions than what it ended up with, but nonetheless, it is an interesting car, and not a particularly good-looking car, but it's a pretty special car. I do also remember that same trip to Mall of America when I was, again, 2. There's a candy shop in in Mall of America. Mine's on the racetrack, see. In Mall of America, there is a candy shop, candy store, whatever, and it was one of those, like, kind of, like, industrial, almost, candy store. Like, you couldn't buy a candy bar there. You're buying, like, a bag of candy or a box of candy or, large quantities from this magical store in Mall of America. It's almost like the Costco of candy stores in Mall of America. But I just remember that when I was very little, I didn't understand any of this, of course. Just saw a candy machine like you'd see, like, at the bowling alley or something, and, you go up and you put your quarter in and you turn the dial, and it gives you one candy. And me being stupid when I was 2, went up and turned the thing, and like 25 pounds of candy came out because they didn't have quarters on them, obviously. I don't know why they were just like unlocked or open or whatever, but I just remember spilling all this candy on the floor, and my mom and grandma and grandpa apologized profusely and then rushed me out of there very, very quickly. So, yeah, that was my first kind of Mall of America trip. I think that's the only place I've ever been in Minnesota, to be honest with you. I've been there a couple times, but I think I've only ever gone there. I've never been to like a Vikings game or anything, obviously. Why would you? But yeah, I think that is, again, a notable piece of my car history, because this, again, supposedly, I don't remember, was kind of my first car love, the first car that I ever like fell in love with and wanted to see over and over again and go visit of sorts. So yeah, again, not the most interesting story ever, but it is worth something. It is kind of the genesis of whatever this has all become for me way back in good old 2000. So yeah, I'm curious. Let me know your car stories, your origin stories, where you saw your first car that you fell in love with, what it was, why you fell in love with it, if you're old enough to remember or realize what you were doing and talking about. Let me know, again, kind of what your car dreams were and how they've changed over the years as far as your opinion of cars. And presumably you, if you're watching this, you have a better idea of kind of dream cars and cars that you love now than the PT Cruiser. If you still think a PT Cruiser is the best car and it's your favorite of all time, I don't really know what to tell you other than why. But no matter. I mean, again, to each their own. I guess that's not a bad thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, learn a little bit more about my childhood car interests, and hope you drop that like and sub down below if you're new. I don't want you to miss anything else for the car stories coming up on Gran Turismo 4. Anything else we can go through, iRacing cars, Camaro content, track day content, other racing games, anything else I do. I appreciate you all so very much, but that is going to be it from me, excuse me. Today I'm looking at the lap timers and forgetting how to speak, but that's going to be it from me. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and until next time, as always, bye.